Welcome, Taurus Gemini, to your May beginning of the month reading. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you at the beginning of the month. This reading will take place from the 3rd through the 13th. Okay, let's see what's going on. Best message. Best message, please. Here we go. Planning the action. Planning and action. Planning and taking that action. Let's see. Talking about planning the action. What action are you taking? Well, you got a little bit of dark fears and thoughts going on about planning this action. So there is something that's kind of going around. It could be a little bit of drama within the mind that's going on at this time. Teacher. Family in reverse. So this could be something that's going on with the family and not feeling like you deserve something. There is some kind of loss going on in this situation as well, but then through the loss comes the increase. So it's very interesting. For some of you, I do see some kind of loss in the family or feeling like you have lost something within the family. So if you did have some kind of loss, I'm so sorry for that. My condolences to everybody within your family, to yourself and to their friends and your friends. Because I do see a loss, a true loss, which then causes a decrease in motives, moving, wanting to get things done. Let's see what's going on. Not feeling like you deserve this loss, whether it is a true physical loss or if it's actually a loss of love, however it is. A breakup, separation type of loss is what I'm talking about. But for some of you, I literally see the loss. And it's causing a disconnect, right? A disconnect. And it could actually cause a disconnect also with how you're going to take action within a family unit on kind of like what the next steps are in the situation. With the teaching, the learning, it could be learning of this loss, of this separation. It could even be a loss of job as well within the family. So taking that how it resonates. A conscious lack of understanding of friends and colleagues upside down. Reaching a milestone. Just feel like that this milestone will come, but it's going to be kind of a bumpy transition in itself. But I think in the end, once you get kind of past the bumps, because of the decrease, it will smooth itself out, right? As time heals itself. Because I see the healing waters over here through the decrease. So it's definitely going to be something that needs to be more smooth. And it feels like the friends and colleagues, I just don't really want to hang out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really feeling I don't feel like connecting to anyone right now. There's no real expression of self at this time because it just feels like I don't really want to connect at this time because of this. And it could even be someone around you who you feel like you have lost connection to because they have lost someone through some kind of decease or connection, right? Separation of connection of family. So however it is, take it how it resonates, or even a job, if you've lost a job, you can feel the decrease in the money, and it doesn't, you just don't want to, be hanging out much. So having some kind of fallout is, in that sense. But it's like planning in the action after the fact, right? Kind of like, no matter what, I know I still need to do something. But the dark thoughts are kind of holding you back into place. So the light is not really shining a whole lot, but it does feel like you have this person over here who's trying to teach you, right? Trying to heal you, trying to get you to come out of your bubble, kind of getting you away from, I just feel like it's a lot of healing. A lot of talk, trying their hardest to help you along the way. Yeah, feeling the anxieties, feeling the neglect if it's a separation, feeling like you're out in the cold, feeling the loss, feeling that, you know, hurt, pain, depression, or they are, right? Take it how it resonates. If you know it's not you, but it's somebody around you that's making you feel neglected, and out in the cold because you can't connect with them, but maybe you're the teacher who's trying to open them up. They're not really answering. You're not, I'm going to put this on you for now. If it is somebody else that you're trying to connect with, then you can bring that, how it resonates. But it feels like you're not taking anyone's calls. I'm not wanting to open up right now. They could keep texting and keep writing. Maybe you write back every now and again, but you don't feel like it's helping that much, right? There needs to be more healing. Within the family unit, you would like, as you're the family seems very closed off from the situation. You feel very disconnected from the family, or the family feels very disconnected to you because it feels like they're trying to take action to help through the situation, but there's no unity, right? There's no real unity. There's no real power. There's no real togetherness at this time. So, and you just feel like you don't deserve really what's going on. Maybe I don't deserve any of the manifestation. I don't deserve the attention. I don't, so there's kind of like this undeserving feeling. And maybe it's just, I don't, maybe the deserving is not even so much I don't deserve it. It's just, I just don't want it. Right? Because, I don't want it. I don't want to do it. I don't need it. I'm stuck in my head. There's a lot of powerless feelings right now, in a power struggle. The hopelessness, the loss, the hopelessness, the feeling lost, the loss of the job, the loss of anything coming back at this moment. 9 of Pentacles. I have my hand over here and I'm kind of looking this way, but I'm not really focused on anything really at this time. I'm just kind of focused more on this piece over here, but I'm kind of looking the other direction. See what I'm saying? So it's like I'm here, but I'm there. It's like a simplistic hum-ho, I'm alive. But it's also feeling like you also have kind of a decrease in what you felt was truly kind of yours, kind of what you deserved. It's almost like it's what you deserved. If the loss was a person who gave you all the trust and all the love, then you could feel like, I don't deserve anybody else's attention, or where am I going to find this attention? Who's going to love me next? Who's going to do this? Who am I going to laugh with? Things of this nature. So it's kind of, watch over indulgences. You have your box of ice cream, but, don't have so much, But it's definitely you trying to take your mind off of one area and put your mind into another area, for sure. You're kind of on your own terms. With the conscious lack over here, it's just draining. It's just draining. And I think it's draining because I think you have all these people around you who are trying to, they want to, show their condolences. They want to maybe try to, if it's a new job, they want to try to give you a new job. They want to see more planning and action coming out of you, but you're not feeling it, right? And so maybe they feel like they're draining you from trying to think about things that you don't want to think about. Or maybe you're trying to heal you when you don't feel you're comfortable healing just yet. I'm still in grieving mode. I don't want to heal yet. Grieving mode is already a type of healing in itself. That's the first step of healing, is to grieve. And the star upside down This is a healing card. When it's upside down, it's showing grief. It's showing the grieving. So if you're dealing with another person and you don't feel like you can get them to come back around, allow them to grieve, right? Because without grieving, they cannot heal. With the friends and colleagues, it's kind of like staying away from them, kind of doing your own satisfactory thing at this time. And it feels like for your own satisfaction, and I feel it's because of grief, you feel it's more satisfaction to stay hermited kind of away from these people while you're kind of doing what you need to do. Or like I said, vice versa. So if they're not coming around to you, you're just going to, you know what I mean? Don't push, right? Don't push. Let them have their time. Because they'll hit the milestone, because they'll start seeing into the cup. They'll start the healing process. They'll start doing other things, or you'll start looking into the cup. You'll start doing the healing process. You will start perceiving that you have now found a smoother wave to ride without it just being so bumpy, right? I can see now things that are going on around me. I can start trying to take a little more action, planning the next step, doing the things that I need to do for myself, but I'm not traveling too far. I'm not traveling too far. And I'm not going to take any new friends or new anything at this time. I'm just doing what I need to do. If it's a new job, you're planning to take the action to put those resumes out, to do the things you need to do, right, for your family, yourself. But you're not taking it over the limit. Like I said, it's a smooth transition. Absolutely. Because you have to. Yes, absolutely. You have to feel like this has come to its own conclusion. You need to be able to close the book the way you want to close the book. No one else can do that for you. Right? And no one else can do that for them either. This is the way it has to be. You know, you can have people condoling you. You can have people loving you. And that's fine. Over-attention is probably not the way to go in this situation. But definitely feeling like you're completing this cycle. Once you feel like you have the cycle completed, then you'll feel like this is now the time for me to really step into some power and be able to start going where I need to go. But I have to feel this has a conclusion. So around the 13th or so, you'll start riding the wave in a little bit better, you know, and it could take, 13 days. Maybe it happened last month. Maybe it happened this month, however it is. But it's going to take time. And by the mid-month, you'll start noticing that this chapter will start closing down a little bit as your intuition is opening and you're starting to perceive things in a different light. Really having kind of your own conjunction, right? Your own, you're kind of like attuning to what you need. Then you'll start noticing that you're unleashing this kind of power, and then you can start really expressing what you need and expressing yourself in this healing experience. Okay. Just like I said, just watch, too much, self-indulgent moments. You don't want to eat, like I said, eat too much ice cream. You don't want to get sick. Make sure that you are making some kind of at least healthy, at least when you're planning action, make it at least somewhat healthy for yourself, right? Don't allow yourself to go overboard, getting yourself into any kind of health issues or anything of this nature. You don't want to, mess up your rhythm too much, because you got to figure your emotional rhythm's already messed up. Your mind's already, fogged. But you don't want to get out of too much of your own sync, of your own rhythm, of the way your body works. So really watch your temple. It just kind of go with on this situation, guys, it's really going to be going with the flow of how you feel. Everybody's situation is going to be so different, because whatever the loss was, it's going to impact everybody different. And even if it was Susie lost her job and Mike lost his job, Susie's going to take it way different from the way Mike takes it. Most people don't always take it 100% the same way, because we all have different healing techniques and the way that we do things, right? So everybody's is going to be a little bit different, but we do know one thing. It's going to be going with the flow. until you can find the smooth transition. Really feeling like this is coming to an end. And even though you're getting to a smooth transition and hitting a milestone through the situation, or your friend is, or whoever, your loved one, whoever, if you're cross watching, or maybe if you're not cross watching, maybe it's just you who's trying to interact with them, right? And it's affecting your life because you're the teacher, you're trying to help. So no matter what the situation is, it has to be hitting one milestone. It could take months. If it's a loss of a person, it could take years, depending on how close they were to this person. So definitely, no matter what, and if you're giving advice and this person, you're very sad about this person because this person is affecting your life. It could be your husband's mom. And that's why it's coming out in your reading, because you're trying your hardest to pull on this person, trying to make them happy, trying to give them what they deserve, trying to be the teacher. Do you see the point that I'm making? You're trying to help them heal, right? You just want to make sure that you're in the nurturing moment. If it's, you helping them, to make sure that you're planning the action and helping them, to heal the right way. Make sure that things are cozy for them. Make sure that, you're embracing the love and the blessings on them. And if it's for yourself, make sure you're doing the same for yourself, because you want to treat yourself the way you would treat your loved one, right? Love yourself the way you love who you love. If you embrace and love and give all this nurturing to another person, you do it to yourself. And this will help you also come into a better bliss. It will also bring your family back into a more domestic bliss as well, right? It can, and if you feel any kind of hidden tensions starting to rise up within you, just bring them down. This reading's kind of interesting because it almost feels more spiritual reading. You guys who watch spiritual readings, it almost feels more kind of on that spiritual reading basis. And it's very interesting. But it's what Spirit wants to bring. This is what we do. This is what, this is real life scenarios, We have to remember that everybody's opinion does matter. If you are dealing with another person, we have to make sure that we embrace so that they can find their personal power. If you're watching this for one of these signs, you need to say, hey, this is the way it is. If you're a cross watcher, you have to say, you're right. I need to embrace with them so that they can get through the conflict, just because all of this has to do with, in the end, is bringing themselves back into the healing, or bringing yourself back into the healing of your own personal power, because that's where it's all going to meet in the end once you get through all of this and start the repair. And a lot of times when we start getting past this piece, and yes, we're going a little bit further because I think it's a little bit necessary. Once you get through this mid-month and it starts kind of repairing itself, right? You might start going through, why this happened to me? Why this happened? You might start with the anger, the conflict, the mad. That's all a part of healing, though. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up, is that's a part of the healing process. Okay, that's why. Because now you're in the repair mode, and it's all about getting your power back. Okay, and that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.